You know this saying that goes that when one door closes, another one opens. That is about to be the story of this young lady. Do you remember the story?
Good morning, Tony.
Toyin.
I said, good morning, Tony.
The lady who called the UBA chairman by his first name, Tony, and then it became a war. Everybody was on her neck. Well, it's about to be a good story for her. What are the details? Let's just get straight into the story. So we were all here when last week, Thursday, the 20th of August 2026, when one video trended and broke the entire internet. Look, Africans, Americans, Europeans, African, everybody had something to say about this story. What happened in the video? So UBA, United Bank of Africa, we always say UBA Bank, but the bank is actually in the name already. So United Bank of Africa, right? So UBA has this training program that is called GMAP, Graduate Management Accelerator Program. It's basically like a school program that you go to class normal, you learn from the top executives, simulations, going to the field just to learn more about the banking sector, right? Or, whatever concerns the banking sector. It is a 6-month program. So you get selected, you apply, you get selected, you go to the class, blah, blah, blah. You finish, you graduate, you pass, you get absorbed into the company's workforce, right? So the event that thing happened was the graduation of this program. So it was time for questioning and answering, and a young pretty lady stood up. The person who was on stage who was receiving the questions was Mr. Tony Elumelu. He is the chairman of UBA. He is a very renowned business mogul. He's an entrepreneur. He has a foundation known as the Tony Elumelu Foundation. This man is widely known and a very respectable man. So when the young lady stood up, she wanted to ask the question, but the problem was how she addressed the man. She said, "Good morning, Tony." In fact, just watch the video.
Good morning, Tony.
Toyin.
I said, good morning, Tony.
Okay, no, you won't call me Tony. I'm not those people. You call me Miss Elumelu or Tioyi. You won't call me Tony or Chairman. I don't subscribe to that kind of Oyibo life, okay? All right.
Good morning, Mr. Elumelu.
Thank you.
That was the response from Mr. Tony. He was, you can't call me like that. And everybody, okay, not everybody, but almost everybody was on the neck of this pretty lady, like, "Hey, you are very disrespectful. How can you call your uncle, in fact, your grandfather by first name? Let's be serious in this country." But then, the internet will always do its job. The fans sat down and said, "Hold on. We remember there is this interview that was held by a Nigerian American, okay? An interview that Mr. Tony went. And this Nigerian American, in fact, the first statement she made, she called Tony by Tony, just like that. And Tony didn't flinch, Tony didn't do anything. Tony just sat calm with it. And the question is it double standards, or is it when you go to Rome, you do what Romans do? Just watch this video.
Hi, Tony. It's so great to have you here. Thank you for being with us today.
Good to meet you.
Now, aside this, there is one other interesting thing that is part of the story. A former UBA employee is out to say something very fascinating. According to her, there is a policy in UBA, okay, that came about several years ago. And it is that they are eliminating that cultural, yes, our boss, yes, madam, thing. So all employees should call their superiors by their first names. If it is Tony, it is Tony. If it's Frederick, it's Frederick. There is no more Sir Frederick, Sir Tony. Nothing is like that. In fact, if you don't adhere to that particular policy, they can go as far as sacking you as a punishment. So this young lady was strictly following, the demands of the policy. Just listen to her.
Saying this because I worked in UBA for over 3 years, and this was a major issue when it was introduced. Now, you are blaming the girl who is acting based on policy that was implemented, when you are not calling out the organization who is going by all means to implement a policy they cannot abide by. Around 2017 or thereabouts, that was when this first name basis thing came in UBA. There was a new guy. He was Alex Alozie. That's his name. He's the group head operations or thereabouts. He came with this fantastic idea. His idea came from a place of trying to help the people that were under, because there was this culture where When we have people like our branch managers walking in, you as a simple teller like I was then, you will be carrying their bag. Welcome ma, welcome ma. If they are coming, you can't look another place. You are scared. Because of that, they held a meeting. All of us, we went to our group heads meeting. They called each teller, each customer service person. You come upstairs, they ask you questions about your supervisor. They ask you if you are scared of working with your supervisor. If majority answers yes, they change the person. They changed my supervisor immediately because of that. That is how serious it was. Now, when they brought this culture, they said that even the Mrs., Mr., Miss should not be used. Your first name, my first name is Precious. If you want to refer to me, you call me Precious. So, as I was saying, when this came, they said, let's not even add the prefix. What you can do is to address them by their initials. It was an option. So you could say Tony, or you could say TOE for Tony Elumelu. But it is on the table to call him Tony. And people that did not abide by this were sanctioned. Please pay attention to that. By sanction, I mean that some people were sent home because you are not aligning to it. Now, if you listen to that, video again, you will see that the way the girl said it, it was like she was trying to impress him. In her mind, she felt like they were in banking school. It was not a conference or anything where they teach you how to be a banker. When we're there, they bring the heads to come and tell us how it should be. So probably they have taught them that first name is what we want you to call your supervisors. And then the chairman comes and she says, okay, what's the perfect opportunity to show myself? And she shows him and calls him Tony, and you say, no, don't call me that. That's double standards. It's a different thing if you bring a policy and you do not match that policy must be implemented. For example, as a business leader, I have 9 staff to my business. When I employ people, I tell you, they ask me my name, and I say my name is Precious. And I say you can call me Precious. Do I implement it? No. Do I go and sanction people when I come to work and they don't call me Precious? No. Do I come every day when we have meetings in the morning and continue to reiterate to my staff that they need to call everybody by their first name? I don't do that because I don't want it. I'm okay with being called Madam when I enter. If I say that today every Monday they should wear a black coat, I should wear a black coat as well.
So this lady is actually saying that this girl went through the 6 months program. You know, they've taught her something. Call your superiors by their first name. She's so happy. She got up trying to impress Mr. Tony. Good morning, Tony. And just boom in her face like that. Now this lady, I am wondering what she is going through. I am wondering how she's been coping, you know, having the entire internet, like more than half of them on your neck for being disrespectful, traditional media, modern media, whatever. But this is where the story takes an interesting turn, because the Delta State government, their spokesperson, you know, is out saying that, look, we've seen what is going on, and this lady, probably by now she's in so much depression. So you know what? We are offering her some nice exclusive deals. In fact, there is this summit that is in line with the question that she asked.
How do you know if you should keep going in a particular direction when you're not seeing any particular result? For example, I started posting contents last year and I gained some.
Are you one of these who there are some people that need to be jailed, but I know they are doing it to gain traction or to gain followership? I hope you're not in that category.
No, sir.
Okay, go on.
After a while, I stopped for some reason, and then when I started again recently, that's last month, I saw that my detraction reduced, so it has not been looking good, basically.
And the thing is, social media summit. You know, Delta State Social Media Summit. So they hold that every single year, and then they are offering an ambassadorial deal to this lady. Not just that, they are giving her 500,000 naira. Bro, that is almost 5K in cedis. So 500,000 naira. They are offering her this amount, a trip to Asaba, the venue. They are giving her a 5-star hotel accommodation, and she's just relaxed. They will take her through all the Delta State, you know, projects they are doing, practically involving her in, you know, Delta State government's projects or works like that. And people are thanking, you know, the spokesperson, like, oh, thank you for involving, because the depression might be too much and all that. People are even saying that, Master, what you're trying to do, you're just trying to support disrespect, and that shouldn't be done. But the problem here, ladies and gentlemen, is that till now, we cannot find the said lady. We cannot find her handle. We cannot find. She has not come out to say anything. She has not even come out to accept this offer yet. And I'm wondering if she has even seen it, or she's just, someone will say, emotionally downcasted to even show up and say that she is accepting this thing. And then there is a question again that this thing crying. Adding, what is it with having problems with? Anyways, what do you think? Do you think that we should overlook it culturally, or it is disrespect, and then we should just call a spade by saying that she was being disrespectful to Mr. Tony? Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is Gossips 24. I'm Kim Elena. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share the link, don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and of course, as usual, don't forget to comment your comments in the comment section. For now, peace out.